So here we are back in Baldur's Gate. We are now ready to go over to the creche, not the creche, the infirmary and see what's going to happen over there. After the infirmary, we're going to try and steal an egg. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm not expecting it to go well. But you never know if you don't try. I've already looted this chest, I'm guessing. So let's see what happens. We'll push on over there and we'll go from there.
I admire your courage, Gale.
Thank you. Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always taught me to be a gracious host.
Aim.
Well, whatever was in that chest is now in camp. Let's have a chat with her. We don't like parasites!
An eye to end of notochord. Intestinal coloration consistent with samples 231 to 259. Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there gawking?
I am a child of Gith, not discarded rat flesh. Am I not due your respect?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Let the istic with you speak. And I will decide what respect you're owed. Lae'zel, is it? Fine. And be quick. My work is of vital import.
We carry Geich tadpoles and have done so for countless days. Yet we show no symptoms. We must enter the Zaithsk.
You are infected, but showing no signs of cerebral impairment. Fascinating. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaithsk. I will ensure you are cured. Your gratitude is unnecessary. The procedure brings its own rewards.
So we're going to let Lae'zel enter.
The device is strange, made of taut flesh and pockmarked metal. It waits for something.
The Zaithsk. Vlaakith's purity distilled. My duty. My right. Praise Vlaakith. Let it be done.
Sit, child. Let the Zaithsk end your suffering.
So we've got 2 inspiration. We'll use 1 to see if we can get her out of there if we don't get the nat 20. And after that, we need to get the deception on her so we can walk on out of here. Because the hatchery is the next goal.
You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaithsk will do the rest.
An unseen blade cleaves your mind in two. Impossible pain sears your bones and body in concert with Lae'zel's. The Zaithsk's psionic forces batter Lae'zel's thoughts. There is no chance she will survive this unscathed.
Vlaakith
Yes, child. Speak the Talakat. Meditate on its verses.
You feel Lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is this the cure?
Look at Gale just chilling in the background.
Lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is
That's
this
what
the
we were
cure?
looking for, so I reloaded quite a few times to get that.
Yes. I feel it. Splitting. Burning. Ah!
No, we just deceive our way
madness is
past.
The Zaithisk nearly destroyed me. I am Githyanki. I will not be Geich.
My life's work gone. And yet she lives. And so does her parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
Let's go for it. Hey, there we go.
Really? Then all this destruction was a symptom of its power? Incredible. I am disappointed that we could not extract it alive. It would have been an exceptional specimen. In any case, the problem is resolved. Leave me. I must salvage what I can.
We should set her on fire.
That was too close. I followed protocol. I kept to my faith. Yet the Zaithisk might have killed me. Someone must have tampered with it. An aberrance I can't begin to comprehend. There must be a Sharlak in this creche. A traitor. The sort that is hunted, slaughtered, and erased from our histories. Few would dare dishonor their queen. Fewer still would be so brazen. Now hurry. We must go to the Charai and inform him of the Zaithisk's tampering.
Let's get out of here. So Astarion definitely wants to take
Brimming with magic. Take it.
the parasites.
Blackest will be done.
Into the shadows. Go on. My time is vital.
Assume nothing. Enough waiting. I crave blood.
And now we go on to the hatchery and see what we can get from there. So I'm just going to quick save just because, Lord above, this has been painful. I don't know what this is for, but we've got a lot of alchemy ingredients we need to make into extracts and things.
Action, not reaction.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin
So
that my
let's
position has not
see.
changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore... Oh.
You are not from Kresh-Yelek. What are you doing here? Almost all of the eggs in its clutch have hatched. We await only one more, which is taking its time. Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance, but I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.
Not all that arrive late are weak. If it wasn't for the varsh of my clutch. This one deserves the same chance. I created this entire hatchery, despite being the last of my clutch to hatch. They almost drowned me in the hatching pool. You've
There
no
we go.
varsh instincts about you at all. Still, the captain's due for an inspection any day now. And if she sees it here... Tell me, what will you do with it if I entrust it to you? Not an easy task. And far harder without a creche to train it in. But you've a spirit about you that's quite inspiring. Perhaps even equal to the challenge. I can no longer ignore that Kithrak Thurizen's patience has its limits. Very well. Here. Take these. They will aid your approach to the egg.
Fine Githyanki egg. At least on the outside. You can see a vague outline of something within it. The egg is warm to the touch. The rough shell like slate beneath your fingers. Whatever is within
She's not
is
touched it yet, though.
stirring ever so slightly.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. We need to catch up with Damon. See if he's thought of a way to fix this thing. If it can be fixed. I'm sure we will. But, in case we don't, a bit of advice. You leave your left flank wide open. If I'm ever not around to cover it, you may find yourself on the wrong side of a goblin spear one of these days. Ah, another dead end. If the tadpole doesn't kill us, trying to cure it just might. Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints. Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But, not today. Hey, soldier. Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players. Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
It'll come back to you. Maybe you'll recognize something we pass, or maybe we'll find out what happened to you. I get the feeling we've got a long road ahead of us. I hope we find you some answers along the way.
Soldier? It's not that I want to collect them, per se. It's just that if we should happen upon them, I can use them in battle to fire up my engine. Evil's evil, but it can be put to good use. Sometimes. Maybe. Right? What's on your mind? I don't think so. At least, I still remember everything. In more detail than I wish. But, as for what's going on in your mind, and maybe in mine, I'm certain there are answers out there. We'll find them together. Well, look. You've said it, right out loud. That takes guts. The guts you'll need to change. Or at least make sure you're channeled in the right direction. Got enough enemies who could do with a good bloodletting, you know?
Food hungry. Want bite. Food. Eat more.
When I see a creature as sweet as that, I hardly miss the gate at all.
No. Run.
Oh, well. You goose egg.
It'll be back. Be on your guard, or risk getting a peck.
My Arden spoke of one of our kin that escaped a crashing Geik slave vessel.
Try. Vlaakith's justice in flesh.
You have accomplished much, child. I am pleased to finally meet you. I heard there is so much goblin blood on your hands that it soaks their children's nightmares. To business. I suspect you plucked something precious from the Geik ship. Something that belongs to us. The weapon. Give it to me.
Don't do it. The weapon is how I protect you.
Do it. Do not disobey the Inquisitor.
No.
So it is found.
Lady Colin Campbell arrives.
Vlakith Gorg Skathzai.
My queen. Skathzai.
You are permitted to look upon me. You are invited to kneel.
The Deathless Queen has spoken. You will obey.
These attendants you keep, you taught them well, my child. My laser.
Chma Zala Vlakith. You know me.
Erlon of Kalir speaks most highly, as did Alchaya before him. You seek purity. I may yet grant it. But are you friend, or are you thief? An unexpected servant. Your will is strong. Your kind will go far for glory, as you have shown by being here. Extend your fealty one step further, and you will be rewarded beyond your mortal reckoning. That weapon you carry, the astral prism, it is corrupted.
I will cleanse it for you, my queen. Tell me how.
There is someone inside. Their mind is warped, broken, a blight. They are an agent of the Grand Design, sent to sabotage the astral prism. Our last defense against the return of the Illithid Empire. As long as they live, the prison is compromised. Kill them! Do this, and I will cleanse you and your allies. Do this, and ascend!
Ascension. My queen. An honor gained. A burden borne. You must accept. Refuse, and you will know my fury.
Use the Planecaster's power to enter the artifact. Be wary of the creature's lying tongue. Cut it out if you must. Wargas, they are not to leave until it is done.
As you say, my queen.
Chma Zala Vlakith. We will not waste a second.
Heat pulses out of the astral prism as it begins to flower.
That's such an odd way to say it's opening.
Your mind burns hot with excitement.
Incredible. Space, unfettered from time. The astral plane. Just as I've dreamt it.
Right, so let's move on. Now, always make sure when you're in this area you double check what's on these bodies. I've always found superior healing and scroll of dominating. I don't know if it's random or if you always find those items, but definitely worth checking in your playthrough. And then of course you've got a chest in here that's normally got about 156 in it. Yeah. But it might be different on yours, that's just what I've always found on mine. But definitely worth checking.
Come. We will talk in private. Just suit yourself.
Go on. I'll keep watch here.
I may have made a mistake trusting you. I told you to stay away from the Githyanki. But you just couldn't help yourself. Could you? And now... you've come here to murder me. Very well. What do you want to know? I told you already. I'm just like you. But unlike you, unlike anyone else in any plane, I know Vlaakith's secret. It is a secret so great that if her people ever found out, that would be the end of her rule. That same secret is how I've been protecting you from the Absolute. I can hear your thoughts. You think I'm lying. Vlaakith warned you that I would try to deceive you. But consider this. What reason have I to deceive you? I'm on your side. I have been since the very beginning. I already told you I protect you, that I'm just like you. If this was not enough to convince you, what more is there to say? It seems I was right to put my faith in you after all. Vlaakith will be furious. The Lich Queen fears nothing more than the loss of her empire. The knowledge I have of her deception will bring that about. Vlaakith is lying to the Githyanki, but she does not. And if her people found out about... But that very power, the power to resist illicit control, which Vlaakith only pretends to know, I suppose she hoped to extract it from my corpse. Since you spared me that fate, she will come for you. She most certainly will. I have delayed long enough. The next attack is overdue, and I can't risk you being caught in the middle of it. I need you out there, searching for the Absolute. You were on the right path, to Moonrise Towers. Be warned, the Inquisitor awaits your return from this place with orders to kill you. Good luck.
Speak. Have you killed my queen's enemy?
Vlaakith does not lie to her faithful. Open your mind. Show me.
Your mind tingles. Lae'zel seeks entrance. Your thoughts become one. She sees the truth of your confrontation in an instant.
Vlaakith Tafkinazin. I see only madness. We must go to the Try.
Yeah, so because of the fun autosave system that's non-existent in this game, I've had to redo that a load of times, so I've skipped most of the dialogue because it's so stupid anyway.
I've been waiting. You are named Hashalak.
Try, please. Summon Vlaakith.
Irrelevant, geik wretch.
You realize what Lae'zel doesn't.
Right, so that's that bit finally done with.
Vlaakith! I have You promised ascension. Yet I followed your path. What good? This heart of stone, for it to be shattered. She tests me. A trial of faith. Kalir prepared me. Only the heaviest souls soar to the astral. Yes. Yes. I might gain Vlaakith's favor yet.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Silence! I must think.
Oh, lovely little pick-me-up.
And now we're going to go deal with these guys on this bridge.
Skvar! My own people seek my head. If they will not see sense, then bleed them dry. No time to waste. Sharlak!
Fleet of foot. Still breathing, despite everything. Can't slow down. These wounds taken.
It shall be done. Time to push my luck again. To cure. To cure. Time to press ahead.
The blade will not bend.
Where do I go from here? Torment!
Tale for the ages.
Then thou must return with the proper payment. Well counted.
So continuing on after that very painful fight as well.
That might be worth a look.
And who have we got down here? None other than the man himself.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf. Endure an hour's worth of exposition to my presence, and you may well come to consider a different sort of honorific with which to chronicle the occasion. But until then, your sentiment is well received.
Yes, yes, yes. Be that. Did you not? For what purpose?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh
I love Elminster. He is my favourite Forgotten Realms character by far.
Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it.
Oh, for the love of...
Well, this way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling. A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right. You see, well, that is to say...
He does not want to say what he wants to say.
I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
I could debate you on that.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Like your chance of redemption when she turned you into Elmer, Elminster?
What she considers to be forgiveness. Mistral is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. The very purpose of my presence, in a roundabout sort of way. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live,
even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can. I doubt not your conviction, but Gale has an unnatural advantage.
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help, or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
Glad it's not just me.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
Hastra mistrarium Italion Thras Annas
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
On my honor, I'm not sure yet I can say the same.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you. An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days. It certainly wasn't the reunion I was hoping for. No, if anyone had to deliver such a message, I'm glad it was my old friend. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left. Of course, we offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the Absolute will be gone.
I'm not gonna let that happen, Gale.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating. Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. We may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.